Hey everybody, I'm back. So, gonna try and get a handle on managing the crusade. Not sure how this is gonna go. So this is kinda like kingdom management. I recognize this at least. Hold on a minute, something just came up. Alright, so this thing... Let's see, Crusade morale affects recruitment and growth, resource income, and morale of the Crusader armies. Each point of morale above 0 increases the growth of trainable units and resources income by 1%. Each point of morale below 0 reduces the growth of trainable units and resources income by 1%. Each victory over a demon army in the lands of Yath, Grey Road, Lake Lost to the Sun, and Winter Sun lands regions adds 6 days to the time the banner of victory stays green. Each capture of a demon fort in the lands of Yath, Grey Road, Lake Lost to the Sun, and Winter Sun lands region adds 30 days to the time the banner of conquest stays green. Reclaiming forts that were previously lost does not affect the banner of conquest. As long as no Crusader fort is under siege, the banner of defense is green. If any fort is under siege, the banner of defense turns yellow for 3 days, then red. As long as at least one Crusader fort is captured by demons, the banner of defense remains red. I guess I'll go with this. I mean, I guess I can... I wonder what the Aeon choice would have been. So what's the experience? Like, where's that? A soldier's life is indisputably precious. The messenger has received his punishment, and the soldiers now have confidence that the command values their lives. What are decrees, then? Okay, I think what's happening here is I can only assign one of these, like logistics, diplomacy. Yeah, another decree is being enacted for this stat. So the stats are kinda like the advisors from Kingmaker. Yeah, let's do that. And this... One can command a small unit alone, but to manage an army, one needs a staff council surrounded by experienced advisors. The commander will be able to make decisions affecting the life and morale of the entire army. That's all I can do for now. What am I buying? Resources. Let's see. Wise alchemist stores magic in glass vials so that it can be unleashed on the battlefield at the decisive moment. Provides a +10 bonus to energy for all generals. Apothecary provides 10% bonus to HP for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Only one apothecary can be built in each fort except Dresden. Arsenal provides +1 bonus to AC for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Only one arsenal can be built in each fort except Dresden. What happens? It doesn't show me what counts as adjacent. Citadel increases the time of the siege of the fort by 3 days. Only one citadel can be built in each fort. Engineer's Workshop reduces the cost of building construction by 10%. Only one Engineer's Workshop can be built in total. I feel like that's kind of a priority, because that's going to decrease the price of all buildings from here on. Hall of Glory reduces the cost of recruiting mercenary units by 5%. Only one Hall of Glory can be built in each fort. Hall of Strategy provides +1 bonus to attack and defense and +2 bonus to power for all generals. Hospital provides +5% bonus to infirmary size for all generals. That would be useful. An inn increases finance points income by 200 if there are no buildings that provide recruitment growth in the fort. Only one inn can be built in each fort. Hold on. If there are no buildings that provide recruitment growth in the fort... Main archery range allows recruitment and provides weekly recruitment growth for archers, rangers, bandits, marksmen, slingers, and headhunters if available. Only one main archery range can be built in total. Main barracks allows recruitment and provides weekly recruitment growth for conscripts, footmen, spearmen, convicts, champions, and shield bearers if available. Only one main barracks can be built in total. Main stables allows recruitment of mounted scouts, paladins, cuirassiers, hedge knights, raiders, and light cavalry if available. Mercenary Guild increases the number of available mercenary units by 1. Only one mercenary guild can be built in each fort. Military Academy provides +1 bonus to attack, AC, and saving throws for all trainable units. Ooh, that's a big one. Pathfinder Society Lodge provides +1 bonus to attack, AC, and saving throws for all mercenary units. So it does the same thing as a military academy? Oh, for mercenary units. I see. Sanctuary increases energy points income by 4. Shelter allows the commander's party to rest in the fort without increasing the effect of the abyssal corruption. Doesn't that already happen here? Oh, maybe this is for smaller settlements that don't have, like, consecrated shrines or... Yeah. Smithy provides +1 bonus to attack for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Only one smithy can be built in each fort except Dresden. Supply Center increases materials points income by 3. Only one supply center can be built in each fort. Teleportation Circle allows the commander's party to teleport to this fort from anywhere on the map. That'll be useful. Training Grounds provides 10% bonus to damage for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Only one Training Grounds can be built in each fort except Dresden. Watchtower provides all allied units within the fort's area of control a +1 bonus to attack, AC, saving throws, and initiative. Alright, well, let's go ahead and build the engineer's workshop first. Maybe here, because it doesn't need to be adjacent to anything. And that'll take 3 days. I don't think anything significant is going to happen in 3 days. Now watch something significant happen in 3 days. So Keeper's Canyon. This only has 4. Increase recruitment growth for the main barracks by 25%. Only one garrison barracks can be built in each fort. Increase recruitment growth for main stables. Yeah. I guess these smaller hamlets will only ever have 4. Maybe that can be upgraded later. What about something like this? Oh. Nope. So I guess it's only these and then Dresden itself that I can build in right now. Okay, well, I already took care of that. Okay, I feel like this wouldn't be an option, period, if it was impossible to have Woljif at this point. And I don't think you can stop him from running away. I guess I'll just have to go out and try to find him. Whoops, I forgot to bring her with me. Yeah, I was gonna go back to that one tiefling, because he had a really nice rapier. Yeah, the Holy Rapier +2. Let's see, Holy is imbued with Holy Power. This power makes the weapon good aligned, and thus bypasses the corresponding damage reduction. It deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against all creatures of evil alignment. And that's gonna be a lot. Just go ahead and grab that. I don't think there's anything else I would want from him. Let's see. Give him that. Holy Light Crossbow. Yeah, I'll give that to her. Yeah, that just has the same stats as Radiance, except Radiance is cold iron. Whenever the wearer of this amulet uses a hex, the DC of the saving throw against it is increased by 1. What's her persuasion? 21. Who has the highest persuasion? So if I give this to him, he'll have the highest persuasion. Anybody who needs an amulet of natural armor. Oh. Ring of Protection +2. And I'll give that to... Actually, her AC is already 20. I see. So she can only wear one. And I'll give that to him. Resistance +3. I guess I'll give that to him. Does a Slayer use wisdom for anything? Why not? Well, let's just offload some of this stuff that we don't need. Anything else here that I wanted? Yeah, I think that'll do for now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to sell some of this stuff just yet. Yeah, I think she's the only other person with an illusion spell. So I guess I'll give that to her. Strange? Where'd Ivu go? Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna buy for now, so... time to go exploring. What are you doing all the way over there?
I?
Alright. Yeah, I like land, but Arusha Lake kind of makes him redundant. Yeah.
deserters.
I will resist!
Retreat is not an option. I got this.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
A stench of fresh blood and ancient evil emanates from the cave under the mountain. The path that leads here is splashed with blood of the many victims that have been dragged here. At night one can hear a hoarse voice offering blasphemous prayers to powers unknown. The very sound of the language the prayers are recited in is an insult to the skies. Oh, here we go.
dream.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Nice.
Damn you!
Oh, these things are only level 3. No wonder they go down so easy.
You should have listened to reason.
Let's see what we can do.
No time for debates.
Prepare for stealth.
Nice.
Into the fray!
Desna, guide my hand.
You're irrelevant.
Anything else here?
Here we go.
Another exit, but that's it. Right, into the cave.
Make your peace.
Kneel before me.
What the heck? Ah.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Are you still here? Is that a trap?
Nice.
Good guys always win. This one's mine! I got this. Damn you! Ha!
Please, allow me.
Oh.
I will resist!
They will break against our resolve.
Really? Oh man, if that works, it worked.
The light take you!
Are you still here?
Nice. Scroll of Firestorm. The Scroll of Tsunami.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Where did those scrolls go? See, when a firestorm spell is cast, the whole area is shot through with sheets of roaring flame. All enemy creatures within the area take 1d6 points of fire damage per caster level, maximum 20d6. Creatures that fail their reflex save, catching on fire, taking 4d6 points of fire damage each round after that, until the flames are extinguished by making a successful reflex save. And Scroll of Tsunami, you create a massive wave of water that then moves in a straight line across land at a speed of 50 feet per round. Creatures struck by a tsunami take 24d6 points of bludgeoning damage. A fortitude save halves this damage. In addition, every creature must succeed on a combat maneuver check, athletics check, or mobility check against the DC of this spell, or be knocked prone and carried along by the wave. Freedom of movement prevents a creature from being carried along by a tsunami, but does not prevent damage caused by it hitting a creature. And that's a level 9 spell. Level 21? I didn't know that was possible. Alright. Nanio, make everybody fast.
Desna, guide my hand!
Ugh. Really?
guys always win.
Nice.
I'm gonna try this again.
Holy shit.
Make your peace.
I'm gonna try this again.
Nope. By how much? Oh, he rolled a 20?
Press the attack!
Should have cast all those on me before I started this. Spell resistance 28.
I will resist. Esmu, Axel, yes. Prepare yourself.
Gotcha! Holy shit. Who the fuck was that? The Blitz Cut item? Is that a is that like a placeholder name that they forgot to take out of the game, or is that item just called the Blitz Cut item? Huh.
Yes. Esmo. Axe. Yes. Esmo. Axe. Yes. Esmo. Axe. Yes.
Wait a minute. How did I heal? Oh, fast healing. Huh. So if I just wait a little while after a battle, I'll just be fully healed eventually. Demon blood. A black frothy liquid collected from the veins of a demon after it is subjected to a procedure for magical preservation. Objects tempered in this liquid gain distinct magical properties. What the heck? Is that the Ark of the Covenant? Oh, what? Ah, boy. Am I gonna have to deal with another one of those tile puzzles? Yeah, looks like that's the whole cave.
What's going on here?
Wait a minute. Little remains of the hidebound journal. The cover is tattered and half the pages are missing. Blank pages at the back of the book survive along with the final entries of the diary's unknown owner. After many days spent exploring the area and studying the traces left at the sites of the desecrated shrines, I at last struck upon the Defiler's trail. My worst suspicions were confirmed. The cultist circle was led by a Demodand, a creature from the bowels of the abyss. The clergy whose temples had been vandalized and the attacks were perplexed. What was the link between them? What did the shrines of Iomade, Gorum, and Torag have in common? The answer was very simple. Demodans hate all gods in equal measure and strive to destroy each and every shrine they come across. Alas, Demodans do not always work alone. The one I was tracking had gathered a small coven around it, a gang of the deranged and depraved. What else can you call folk who'd let themselves be convinced of the vile tenets spewed by those beasts? For reference, Demodans were created by Titans, who had been driven into the abyss by the gods. Demodans' sole purpose is to serve their creators. They are blind slaves and tools of destruction, lacking even the smallest spark of that majesty granted to the faithful when they have contact with their divine patrons, whether it be Gorum or the universally decried Rovagug. Mortals who convert to this faith of lies must be exterminated along with their false prophets. That is why we, the Inquisitors of many deities, have banded together to hunt down such monsters in a joint effort. After covering a few dozen miles, I located the heretic's hidden lair, a dank cave deep in the forest. At sunrise tomorrow I will make my way inside the cave to study the underground passages and sketch a map for our future raid. One should never underestimate Demodans and their minions. I have no intention of attacking alone, but I can at least scout out the site of our coming attack rather than sitting on my hands while my comrades muster a contingent and make their way here. Iomade be with me. Demon's army approaching? Where? Crusade depends on the support of Neurosian and foreign countries. The Diplomatic Council will see to it that no political problems interfere with the regular inflow of gold and recruits to Dresden. On the Staff Council. Now you need your own infrastructure to hire trainable units. To recruit infantry units, build the main barracks. To recruit ranged units, build the main shooting range. To recruit cavalry units, build the main stables. You still have access to mercenary units. These arrive in Dresden every week. The base stats of mercenary units are better than those of trainable units, but mercenaries require more resources and can only be recruited as a group in its entirety. Oh, depending on the mythic path you have chosen, you will gain access to decrees that recruit special mythic units to your cause. Actually, maybe I'll leave that one there. Nice. Yes. Well, that was easy. After capturing Dresden, the Crusaders raised the 3 morale banners on the city walls. The banner of victory stays green while you defeat demon armies. Each victory over a demon army and Lands of Yath, Grey Road, Lake Lost to the Sun, and Winter Sun lands regions rate 6 days. Yeah, I saw this already. Banners still affect the daily change of Crusade morale. A red banner decreases morale by 3 per day. A yellow or green banner increases it by 1 per day. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary laden with valuable artifacts, is hanging in the noose. The trophies he received for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. Bracers of Heavy Hand. These bracers grant the wearer +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding a two-handed melee weapon, for example a double weapon. What does he have? Nothing. That'll be useful for him. The global map is split into a number of regions. To capture a region, you must free all the forts located in that region. You can construct buildings in the forts you have freed. Forts can be upgraded, thus increasing the number of squares available for construction. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn, for their lives depend on it. Let's recruit a new general. Yeah, Scorching Ray seems to be absurdly overpowered, so let's go with this guy. Maybe I should keep them in the corner like that. Hmm. Wait a minute. What's the difference between Molten Orb and Fireball? You create a fist-sized red-hot ball of molten metal that you immediately hurl as a splash weapon. A direct hit deals 2d6 points of fire damage. Every creature within 5 feet of where the ball hits takes 1d6 points of fire damage from the splash. Reflex half. Each of these creatures takes an additional 1d6 points of fire damage each round for the next 1d3 rounds. Fireball generates a searing explosion of flame that detonates with a low roar and deals 1d6 points of fire damage per caster level to every creature within the area. I see. That's the one. Nice. What the fuck? Okay, no. Great. Should have targeted them first. And they're still useless. And they're still useless. Unacceptable. Arushale wishes to have a private conversation with the commander whenever he can spare the time in Dresden. A mercenary group going by the name of the Blackstone Company has arrived in Dresden. Their leader, Captain Selkind, seeks an audience. The next door theater troupe that travels with the crusade has requested an audience. The quartermasters brought cats to Dresden so that they would keep the stores safe from rats. Smaller demons have learned to assume the form of a cat to sneak into the city and wreak havoc. The soldiers are ready to start hunting cats, but the quartermasters are against it. What's this do? Sociel, remembering the cult of Bastet, poorly known in Avestan, sent a few letters to Osirion. Priestesses of the goddess of cats are willing to identify the demons and remain to care for the cats. Their knowledge of divine rituals will prove useful to the crusade. manage? Oh. That takes me directly to the management screen. One more day. Alright, let's see if this works. Nice. Shit. God damn it. Nope. Oh, god damn it. Well, have just about had enough of crusade mode. Commander, I have some information for you. Though what I found out is mostly innocent, it might be a cause for concern. Concern? What do you mean? It's about the well-being of one of your companions. Tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things. Though it's against regulations, we let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently, my people have noticed Socio among them, and the gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my know out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time, it's about someone you trust with your life, so maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Thank you for the information. My name is Captain Sailkind. I command the vanguard of a mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We have come from Andoran to assist you. I want to know more about your unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade. Though one of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But, like I said, we Andorans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced. Why'd you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran, so the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Nerosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. I want to know more about you, Captain Selkind. I don't even know what to say. I am a soldier, a bit of an explorer, and just an all-around honest man. Get on with your duties. Yes, sir. Glad to be under your command. It will be an honor to serve you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Erebith said that we're under threat from demons with unusual abilities, like that Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful and they're growing in number. You haven't found out where they're coming from, have you? I'm not sure, but I think I have a lead. I know where to find someone who can lead us to the source of their power. Who are you talking about? A hag by the name of Jarunica. She used to live here before the fall of Sarkoris, but when the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets, you just have to make her talk. Does this Jarunica also have special powers? Her? I doubt it. But still, be careful. She is a very old, very sly creature, and she's incredibly dangerous. Where can I find her? The place is called the Green Gates. I'll show you how to get there. Long ago, before the World Wound, there was a Sarkorian fortress there. Then Crusaders built a small chapel. But for many, many years, the place has been home to nothing but abomination and squalor. How did you find out about this? That is a long story. I'll tell you when we get there, alright? Thanks for the tip. Happy to help, it's just... You won't go there without me, will you? I want to personally make sure this monster doesn't escape you. Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the Next Door Theater. We are still working on our piece about your heroism. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to his commandership. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. Option 1. The commander, so that's you, launches himself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush inside. Option 2. The commander, so that's you again, masquerades as a succubus and creeps into Dresden in disguise, and then opens the gates to the Crusaders. Option 3. The commander, so that's you again, rides to the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should I call it a battering ram, and it breaks down the city gates. Well, what say you? Oh, wow. Man, I don't know. They're all so good. Let's do the one where I launch myself out of a catapult. The catapult was my favorite from the very start. I hope it's not considered too lowbrow a device for a serious dramatic offering. Granny, did you forget that the role of the commander is being played by those gnome twins packed into one long cloak? Has anyone ever tried firing 2 gnomes in a cloak out of a catapult before? Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something, you'll see. Who's this now? Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché of Neurosian. Here are my credentials. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konomi asked me to join this council, but I will do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm sure foreign ambassadors will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Konomi, you haven't mistaken me for some other Crusader, Lan, have you? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down the Erende line. I must say that prior to this day I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows, I might even enjoy it. What's the Diplomatic Council and why do I need it? To solve matters of politics, of course. The Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Avestan, funded by the treasuries of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goals. The Diplomatic Council will manage this tangle of political interests and prevent the Crusade from losing the favor of influential benefactors, and while we're at it, ensure that Neurosian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusades in some shape or form. That is why the capital has sent me here. To observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. I see. You've been sent to keep an eye on me. Whatever gave you that idea, Commander? I'm not an overseer, I'm your loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things, just consult with you in cases where the price of error is too high. Put your trust in me and we'll get along swimmingly. After all, none of us here want to see Cheliax and Druma at each other's throats, trying to settle their dispute by using their influence on us as political leverage. Am I wrong? And I doubt you would like it if we made enemies in the ranks of Nerosian nobility who would attempt to undermine your war effort. This won't happen as long as you trust my experience. Tell me more about the Royal Council. What is it? The Royal Council, operating under Her Majesty, is the highest governing body in Mendev, and comprises her most able and trusted servants. It is responsible for day-to-day matters of state. They are the hands and the voice of the Queen. The Council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earned their positions through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are of more humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jasper of the Crusader Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serves Mendev's cause. I have a question about the composition of this council. Do you find someone's presence surprising? Social has never had to deal with diplomatic concerns before. That won't be a problem. In my homeland, Tiansha, inviting clerics and paladins of Shalin, the Lady of Chrysanthemums, to take part in diplomatic missions is a common practice. They may not be politicians, but they are perceptive, advocate peace, and favor balanced solutions. I'm flattered by the respect that the worshippers of my goddess receive in Lady Konomi's homeland. I won't let you down, Reynard. And I'll make every effort to prevent our friends from becoming our enemies. Why did you want Dayron to take part in the council? Why, because of Count Erenday's influence, naturally. He's a Mendevian aristocrat. The nobility will be inclined to listen to his opinion. And by ensuring the support of the nobles, we'll find ourselves powerful allies. Oh, believe me, Lady Konomi, I will exert all my effort and influence to make this council's job exciting. Why did you choose Lan to join the council? We diplomats call this little trick Mysterious Garundi Prince. During negotiations, it's always useful to have on your side a representative of some obscure but potentially populous and powerful nation. Without knowing what they're up against and how many mongrels there are, our diplomatic partners will have to contend with this dark horse. So, Mr. Land will be our mongrel prince. If we're negotiating with foreign ambassadors and I make this sign, you immediately start talking about how offensive their proposition is to the mongrel people. Do we have a deal, Mr. Lan? I suspected that the word diplomat was synonymous with fraud, but I thought you would be deceiving me, not deceiving others with my help. No, that's not an option. I can represent the mongrels in negotiations, but I'm not going to lie through my teeth. Tell me about yourself, Lady Konomi. Who are you? It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? I come from Tiansha, from the noble kitsune. Like any kitsune, I have always been curious to a fault, and my adventures brought me to Avestan. And here, in your land, I met my first and true love, politics. I've served as a diplomat in the courts of 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turned out to be the most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigues and interests are spun around the Crusade and the World Wound. What's on the Council's agenda today? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Nerosian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Nerosian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the Church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers? I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor, Reynard. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. Are they out of their mind? We've got a whole We've got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone has been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. What did I do to incur Neurosian's discontent? You were too good. You reclaimed Canabres, you won the Battle of Dresden, you're a menace to the world wound. Your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidence diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. After all, if you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories. Make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiations. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Whatever for, aren't the wishes of the capital obvious enough? Although, very well, let us hear their counsel. Socio, how does inviting the High Priest to a festival help us? Without a doubt, we should remain loyal to the Queen and respect the hierarchy, but that doesn't mean we have to kowtow to the Royal Council whenever they ask. I think we should neither do their bidding nor seek to quarrel with them. Rather, we should try to take the middle path. The High Priest of Neurosian is a powerful figure, yet he's not a schemer or a politician. By inviting him to the festival, we'll both show that we're not cutting ties with Neurosian, and let them know that we have influential friends and are not about to buckle under to the Royal Council. Daerin, what's the point of taunting the capital by throwing a parade in my honor? There is a fine line between taunting and setting boundaries, and between showing respect and putting on a collar. Mind you, I'm not suggesting anything treasonous or disrespectful. A parade in honor of the true hero of Dresden and Canabres? What could be more natural than that? Besides, a healthy amount of disobedience guarantees that people won't pester you with lectures or nonsense as often. A dozen tutors responsible for my upbringing can attest to that. Provoking the capital would be unwise. We're trying to avoid unpleasant consequences, not expedite them. I'm sure that was merely an extravagant jest on the Count's part. Lan, do you think ignoring the capital's worries is a good idea? And what are they going to do about it? We're the ones protecting them from the demons, not the other way around. Having loyalties from the capital is great, but there are more important things, like having the loyalty of our own soldiers. When the demons come, what will we do? Shake our fists and say we've got powerful friends in Neurosian? Why, that's true. Who needs to stay friends with those who supply you with provisions, recruits, and weapons? And there's certainly no reason to fear that base jealousy and envy at the sight of your glory might get the better of their common sense, because that has never happened before. Lady Kanomi, what good will a parade in Her Majesty's honor do? It will be symbolic and affordable. Show them how much you respect and value Her Majesty. Make a curtsy to those who pay for your arrows, swords, and bread. The Royal Council has power. You wouldn't want to turn those patrons into adversaries and test whose influence is greater, yours or theirs. Please them and they will stop worrying about your loyalty, and you will be able to focus on your war. So let me get this straight. Hiding behind our backs and buying their safety from the demon invasion with bread and other people's lives is a new form of charity? Are you sure we shouldn't go to them, drop to our knees, and thank them for allowing us to die in this war? Yeah, much as I'd just like to flip off the aristocrats, yeah, that doesn't seem like the best idea. I think Social's suggestion makes the most sense. A moment, Commander. I understand that you're used to being the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions are an exception. I am a professional in this field, you are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you are not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. I urge you to reconsider. You've invited my companions to the Diplomatic Council and now you refuse to listen to their opinions? I'm simply suggesting that you give your companions time to find their feet in the Council and to grasp the principles of being a diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the Council, your decisions could be mistaken for the decrees of a tyrant, and that is definitely not the public image you need. Ah, now I understand the role I've been given, Lady Konomi. I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise you the former, but not the latter. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I like the sentiment, but that just... I feel like there's a better way to phrase that without being a jerk. Fine, I guess I'll go with this. I cannot challenge your decision, however I have no choice but to inform the capital that you have disregarded my recommendations. Actions like these are precisely what gave Neurosian cause for concern, Commander. I hope you will revise this defiant stance in the future. I'll see to it that the High Priest receives a proper welcome, and let him know that the strength of our faith is just as absolute as our loyalty to Mendev. And with that, we can bring this meeting of the Diplomatic Council to a close. It is unfortunate that things were so tense, but I'm sure we'll soon have many more opportunities to resolve any misunderstandings between us. Hail, Commander. Captain Harmattan, Chair to your Staff Council by order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on this council too. We'll be racking our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Lead your soldiers by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experience as a paralictor, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, be it in incentive or penalty. And to be decisive, we have no need for doubts or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor, but do you know what that means? That you are doomed to listen to my advice. To start things off, here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyalty, passion, and morale. All of these can easily be bought with money. Commander, permission to report. We've encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers, we're now seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with the victory, and they are not keen on staying in the garrison. Those from Canabras wish to return home and rebuild their ruined city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up with a retaliatory expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve living conditions for the privates. Raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with commendations and gifts. Soldiers don't want to leave armies that appreciate them. I feel for those folks, but we have to convince them to stay. I think we might get some help from the servants of the gods. They'll tell the soldiers that the danger is not yet past and inspire them to keep up the fight against evil. As long as the wound is open, the whole world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That kind of attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigators, arrest them, and administer harsh punishment to make an example of them. This problem is quite simply solved with coin, but handing money out to privates is practically throwing it away. We need to pay the officers handsomely, then they'll figure out how to raise their subordinates' morale. Tell me, Captain, what does the Staff Council do? In short, we make sure that whenever orders are given, they are executed properly. Our job is to keep the soldiers' morale high, so they always follow their officers' commands without question. As for the officers themselves, we look out for any unseemly or incompetent types who subvert the troops' trust. I have questions for the Council. Understood, Commander. Ask away. Sela, what do you bring to the Council? It's pretty self-explanatory. We're not fighting for a sawmill here. This is a crusade against the abyss. When you're up against demons, you bring a paladin. It's a rule that's tried and very much true. Regil, what kind of help can I expect to get from you on this council? I have extensive experience being in command, and as a Hell Knight I possess a firmness that some of your others may be lacking. The essence of my counsel is not to spoil your troops, but to maintain their discipline strategically. Amidst the chaos of war, a general has to be a beacon of order and purpose for their soldiers, and they will be just as grateful to receive rewards or lashes from such a general, and most importantly, they won't even think to disobey their orders. Darren, what are you doing on this council? Mostly I'm just waiting for it to end. But since I have little choice, I'll give you some advice on how to charm your subordinates, be they people of importance or simple commoners. I'll tell you the biggest secret straight away. Free. Money. Gold has the most miraculous power there is. Captain Harmattan, why did the Queen appoint you to preside over this council? I'd been in the Assyrian infantry for 100 years, fighting for 3 pharaohs. Then, after I joined the Crusaders, I served Her Majesty Galfrey for 2 more decades. I dare to hope that I've gained decent experience over those years. Let's discuss our options in further detail. Sela, what's your plan? The situation is not that dire. Morale is high and we just won a major victory, so some have let down their guards. We have to call for priests and paladins to get it through to the volunteers that it's still early for celebration. If they leave for their homes today, Dresden will fall again tomorrow, and the day after the demons will show up on their doorstep. Servants of the gods are indeed the masters of sweet-talking others into dying free of charge, all through pretty words. But when the choice comes down to inspired preaching or homemade pies, 9 of every 10 will look for comfort in their home and at their table. Their incentive needs to be more substantial than wasted breath. Regil, what do you suggest? There is no place in the army for the mindset of playing soldier today, then going home tomorrow. These dangerous ideas must be suppressed with the utmost harshness. We'll identify the most vocal rabble-rousers and exact punishment on them as an example to others. They may be volunteers, but they joined the ranks of the Crusaders. We can't abet in their rejection of their responsibilities, or we'll be heading toward complete chaos and therefore defeat. That's a great plan if you want your soldiers to run back home twice as fast. They came here of their own volition. We must convince them to stay, not terrorize them into fighting. Darren, your opinion, please? Our forces are in good spirits. It's just that the euphoria of victory has gone to a few heads. No one can sober them up quicker than the officers, especially those of lower rank. We'll give our dear oafs, all those sergeants and corporals, a bonus on the sly, then promise to sweeten the deal once they've convinced the volunteers to stay. Perhaps they will do so over a beer mug, or maybe with a broken nose. Why bother solving problems yourself when you can push them off on someone you pay? Your bought loyalty will run out even sooner than your gold. Once soldiers turn into profiteers instead of following orders, they start appraising them. They'll wonder whether or not it's worth their while to obey their general. I hardly need to explain the effect this will have on discipline. Captain Harmatan, what would you advise? Volunteers believe that we've almost won. Great. Let's not ruin this pretty illusion. Instead, we'll turn it to our advantage. We'll increase rations and pay for the privates, rewarding the most distinguished with commendations and gifts. Who would abandon the victors when they provide you with good food and even better coin? It's naive to expect the troops won't understand that we would just be trying to appease them. An army cannot stand if it's held together by handouts and desperate promises. We shouldn't lie to our soldiers. If we build up flimsy illusions now, the demons will shatter them later. Those fighting alongside us must recognize the seriousness of the situation instead of celebrating victory when the war has just begun. These two are the ones I'm considering most seriously. I'll go with this one. Sure thing. Faith has always helped me in my darkest hours, and it will help our soldiers too. We just need to talk to them from the heart. Thank you, Commander. Should any other difficulties arise that require your attention, I'll deliver a new report promptly. Let's go talk to Socio while we're here. So is that thing just following you around because of my mythic path?
What's going on here?
It happened again. Deal me 2 more. I'll double down. Deal me another one. What? Another one? Are you bluffing, you little shit? Wait until we lay down our cards and you'll see if I'm bluffing. Fine, you scumbag. I call. Deal me another as well. Let's just see what happens for now. Damn, I'm out. Go on, show us what you got. Read 'em and weep. Nothing but junk! I knew it! You holier-than-thou types can't bluff. I was, and you fell for it. Now you've done it, you... Hey, there's someone over there. We've been caught. The jig's up. Let's bail. What are you doing here? We did nothing wrong. Well, Tempers flared a bit, but that usually doesn't happen, I swear it. I was worried that you'd gotten yourself into trouble. Thank you. I'm touched, really, but I'm perfectly fine. I'm just making sure no one else got into trouble. I know you would never lie to me, so I think you must be lying to yourself. You didn't come here to minister to the soldiers. Why else would I come here, then? To win a copper or two? You provoked that soldier. You were practically begging for a fight. I was? No, you misunderstood. That was... You're right. Shame on me. I provoked that fight. Behaved unacceptably. Forgive me, Shalin. Don't be foolish. You're mortal just like the rest of us, not some all-powerful deity of mercy. You need time to relax like the rest of us. Please be honest with yourself. Thank you. It's all jumbled up in my mind. This war and the horrors it holds. Our soldiers and what they tell me in their confessions. My own responsibilities. Lines from Holy Scripture. In the midst of all this, it's easy to forget I have my own needs and desires. Thank you for reminding me. I will not come here again. Please don't forbid these games. Things here are mostly civil, I swear, aside from the rare heated argument. I'll be honest, I miss playing cards. That excitement when you have almost no chance of winning and the risk is high, even though the stakes aren't life or death, just a handful of coppers. But I'll try to find a less destructive outlet. Perhaps I'll speak to Iribith and ask her to play chess with me. I wonder what will come of it. Thank you for helping me clear my mind. Good night. Yeah. Anything more that can be done here? Let's see. Demons assuming the form of cats and infiltrating Dresden are an affront to the Syrian goddess Bastet. Her priests are ready to set out for the World Wound to watch over the sacred animals of their goddess and expose those who dare steal their appearance. Energy points income increases by 1. Oh, there's the stats. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know if it's just that I don't understand how the crusade battles are supposed to work, or if it just really is that poorly balanced. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about that, though I didn't really get to see it until now that I'm really deep into the game and actually seeing more of the crusade mode. I did have a mod installed that just automatically won those battles, but I had it disabled because I wanted to see how far I could get, and I'm seriously considering turning that back on. Well, anyway. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.